especially for, thank you, San. Especially for Manal because she's not able to join us. So, and by the way, as I talk, and I can't, I would turn my video on, but I'm actually in my car right now myself. I'm actually somewhere, so it's not really great for video. But um, so this topic that I'm going to talk about today, um, it is specifically for account management because you guys do marketing, and and if you have any questions about what I'm going to talk about, please let me know. So, who here knows about copywriting or ad copy? It's called copyright. Some people sometimes they call it copywriting, sometimes they call it ad copy. Has anyone ever heard of that before? Okay, B's, yep. I think San, yes. Maybe not nice. Maybe Peter, no. Okay, so B, what do you understand? What do you understand ad copy or copywriting to be?
It is illegal to copy someone work, someone pictures, someone photos, someone like generally someone creation. Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I
okay.
understand.
Copyright. Yep, copyright. Yep. Actually, I'm talking about something a bit different. But I can understand why. I can understand why you thought it might be that. And you're right. What you said is right. Yes. But what I'm going to talk about today is the art of marketing. The art of persuasion. I'm going to talk about persuasion in our writing. And it's referred to as copywriting or ad copy in the marketing world, which is, I know it's very similar terminology to copyright, but we're talking about something a bit different. So as marketers, it's important for us to persuade people. Now, I'm not talking about unethical persuasion, all right? I'm not talking about trying to get people to do something they don't want to do. I don't mean that. I'm talking about the type of persuasion where someone is wanting to do something and you're encouraging them, or you're getting them to choose you over someone else. And look, we do it all the time, right? Like all of us try to persuade people. So I'll give you an example. Dating is a really good example of marketing, right? So when you're interested in someone or you want someone to be interested in you, to go on a date with you, to be in a relationship with you, we do our best to impress that person. Okay. So it could be the way that we dress. It could be the way we groom ourselves. It could be what we say, we smile. And so marketing, when you do marketing, it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing. You want to persuade someone, you want to impress someone. You want them to do business with you rather than someone else. And really marketing, it's about getting people's attention, getting their interest, and then persuading them that you're the best person to be doing business with. They want to buy your stuff rather than somebody else's stuff. And at the end of the day, it's all about the relationship you can build and the persuasion you can do. So I'm going to give you some examples of what I'm talking about and how we can use it in the marketing that we do for our restaurant clients. So a really good example. So who can tell me, maybe I'll ask Nice. All right, Nice. Which of your marketing activities that you do every week would you use these skills that I've been talking about?
You mean like the email marketing that we have to
Yeah.
write the content every week?
Exactly. That's a great example. Email marketing. Thank you. Thank you, nice. Another one is Facebook posts, right? When you're writing up a Facebook or Facebook ads, when you're doing Facebook ads. That's where you will use the skills that we're going to be talking about today. And if it can make a big difference, you know, learning to be a really good copywriter or learning really good ad copy can make a big difference in the amount of revenue you can bring in from your marketing. You know, the amount of sales that you can make, the amount of customers you can have coming and walking through into your restaurant. It can make a big difference. You know, it really can. So what I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you some examples.
John,
Yes.
when you said the copyright, it means the copyright, WRIT, right? Not right as a regular one.
Yeah, exactly. So when I say copywriting, I mean we spell it, and maybe I'll write it here. So I'll just bring up a Word document and I'll put it in big font. So I'm talking about this, and so this is the way you influence people through your marketing, right? And the other copyright is that this is where you're where people aren't allowed to copy your work. So they're the two different things. Yeah. So we're talking about copywriting or ad, and they also call it ad copy. Ad copy, and it's basically the influence you have, the persuasion you have over people in the way you do your marketing. Does that answer your question, Nice?
No, not a question. Just like want to correct it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to share with you now. One of the most important things we do when we do our marketing is our email subject line. Like, okay, let's talk about emails. One of the most important elements of an effective email campaign is what? What do you think it is? One of the most important things you do in your email campaign. Can anyone guess? I'll ask Peter. I haven't picked on you yet, Peter. All right, Peter. What's one of the most important things we do when we set up an email campaign? Do you know what it is?
The topics.
Now, if you mean topic, you mean the email subject line, the subject line of the email? You're correct. Yeah. All right, excellent. So that's one of the most important things is our subject line. And I actually found this article. I did a bit of a search on Google for email subject lines. Now, email subject lines are like headlines in a sales letter, or in an article. Let's say like a newspaper article. The subject, the headline is the most important thing. It's like an email subject line. If you can get people's attention, then they will read, they will at least start to read your article or your email. And that's why it's so important. So here are, so Opt-in Monster, they are like Sendy, they're like MailChimp. They get to see a lot of email subject lines and how well they work. So they got some of the best email subject lines. And here's some of them. Actually, I'll give you, so here's some. They use the fear of missing out in the email subject line. So we could use this, for example. Let's say there's a special that's only available on a specific day. Let's say you've got a client that they've got a special offer only available on a Tuesday. You know, you could do something like, you know, don't miss out on Tuesday on today's special. You know, because so that can be very effective in an email. Curiosity. I'm not sure if we would use curiosity much in our emails. Funny ones. Sometimes I have seen that in some of the emails you guys do. Some funny types of emails. Vanity. Yeah, we don't really use that one. Greed. We do use greed in our emails, like you know, 25% off, you know, 50% off entree, or free, you know, free pad thai or something like that. That's very effective, and we use those kind of email subject lines. What's some other good examples? Pain points. Let me see. So there's some examples anyway of ones that we use. But I encourage you, you know, take the time. It's good to take the time to look at articles like these where they give you ideas for what you could do for subject lines. So what else do I want to talk about today? When you create a message, like let's say it's a Facebook post, or even an ad in Facebook, or an email, or maybe not so much emails. So what you want to do is tell them, in summary, this is what you want to do. You want to tell them what you have, what it will do for them, and what they need to do next. So, for example, you might say in an ad, a Facebook ad, that we've got 10%. We have a special offer, 10% off your first order. You know, enjoy our Thai cuisine tonight. You know, don't cook for yourself. Enjoy our famous pad Thai or our Thai cuisine. And then the last thing is you have to tell them what to do. And that is usually the call to action is to click here to go and put in your order. Right. So that's an example of how we use it. This basic structure when we, you know, in what we do with our marketing. So it's a good way of breaking it down. You want to tell people what you have, what it will do for them, and then the call to action, what they need to do next. All right, so I'm going to take you through now. This training I actually did recently with Boom. When we're talking about setting up a webinar for US. And so this is very powerful here, what I've got on my screen. It's called the 12 psychological sales switches. And these 12 steps, and they're all done in order, and I'll go through them. But these 12 steps are used in webinars that are very effective. Now, has everyone here been on a webinar before? So San hasn't, B hasn't. Nice. Have you ever been on a webinar before? No. Peter?
Nope.
No. Okay. All right. So you haven't been on a webinar. How about has any of you ever been to a seminar before? Like a seminar, it might have been a live seminar where they're trying to get you to buy something. Has anyone been to a seminar before? Or have you ever watched one of those infomercials on TV where they're trying to get you to buy some makeup or some exercise equipment? Those long commercials on TV. So be seen those? Yep. Has anyone else ever seen those or been to that kind of seminar?
Sure.
Yep. Peter has?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, what I'm going to run through with you right now is what they do in those long infomercials on TV or these seminars where they try to get you to buy something. They will go through these 12 steps with you. And these 12 steps are so powerful when they're done right and when they're done in the right order and when they're done correctly. They're so powerful that they work. And they have to work. Like for these companies, you know, to put these long infomercials on TV, like let's say they're trying to get you to buy a home exercise kit, a home gym kit. You know, they spend a lot of money to put these commercials on TV. So they have to make sure that they work. And trust me, it works because that's why they keep playing it over and over and over again on TV. And so, and why am I sharing this with you? Because again, we're in the business of marketing. And when you understand these 12 psychological sales switches, then you can apply it to what you do. You can apply it to your ads, to your Facebook posts, you can apply it to your emails that you're sending out, and any type of marketing that you're doing. All right. So let me go through these. The first thing you do when you're creating a sales message is you want to identify your target audience, because you want the person reading your sales message to know if it's for them. Okay, so I'll give you an example. In the Facebook ads template that we have, what's the first sentence that's in that in the template for the Facebook ads? Can anyone remember what it is? Let me ask San. San, do you remember what the first the first sentence is in the description on the Facebook ad template?
First sentence on the Facebook is about the template. Only the first.
Okay, maybe Nice.
Craving
I think
time.
Nice might know.
That is craving time in the past.
Craving Thai. Are you craving Thai?
Yeah.
Right. So why did we do that? Why?
Mm.
Because we're doing step number one.
Ah,
We're identifying.
your
So we're
target.
asking them. We're asking the person that's reading our ad,
Mm.
are you my target audience? Are you my target audience? So we're asking them, are you craving Thai? And if they are craving Thai, they're going to be like, wow, that's me. That's me. I feel like Thai food. I want Thai food. So because we've identified them, because we're calling out them, that person, they're going to be like, hey, that's me. I better read on. I better read this message because that's me. I want Thai food. Okay. So we're basically we're saying, is it for you? Yes, it is. You know, are you craving Thai? Yep, this is for you. Then the step 2 is identify their biggest problem or desire. So so then we say, okay, are you craving Thai? Well, if you are, then you'll want to read this message because we have an excellent offer for you. We have something for you, right? And then we go on to create a bond. So creating the bond is to help the person to understand. You want to create a relationship with the person. Now, now, before I continue with the rest of this, you have to realize that when you're doing, when someone's doing a seminar presentation or a webinar, they can go into a lot of detail because usually they're trying to get someone to buy something that's very expensive. Now, when you're trying to get someone to place an order or to click on your ad, you don't have to go into great detail in all of these 12 things, right? So our ads might not necessarily use all of this, okay? But it's important for you to understand these steps anyway. But if I was doing a seminar and I wanted to get, let's say I wanted to get someone that owned a Thai restaurant, let's change this, right? Let's change this to we're trying to get someone that owns a Thai restaurant to sign up for one of the marketing packages, right? So if I was doing that for them, I would start off, do you own a Thai restaurant? Right, that would be my first question. Then I would say, do you struggle to get new customers for your restaurant? And they're like, okay, that's me. Then I would say for the next part, I would say, look, we understand this because we help Thai restaurants to get new customers. We talk to Thai restaurant owners all the time, and we know that it can be difficult to get new customers, right? That's the third part. We're trying to help, we're trying to tell them, hey, we understand what you're going through, right? And then then the fourth part is we say, hey, we actually have a strategy to help you to get more customers for your restaurant. All right, then the fifth part is we provide proof, because at this point they might be thinking, okay, why should we believe you? And then so we provide proof. We say we actually have over 80 restaurants that we do marketing for right now. And we've had, okay, so that would be, and we've been doing this for 4 years, right? And then we educate them. And okay, and then here in this part of the presentation, we would maybe teach them about email marketing and SMS marketing and how it can help them to get more orders from their existing clients, and how improving their Google My Business listing will help them to get new clients, and how running Facebook ads and Google ads and Yelp ads in the US will help them to get new clients. So that's what we do in this step here, where we educate them. And then we show them the benefits. We say, okay, now if you do those things that we just told you to do, this is how it's going to happen. And what we do is we talk about how it will increase their sales. Okay, help them get more new customers and help them get more sales from their existing customers. And then we show them the proof. Now the proof is, for example, we would show screenshots of people that have before and after doing marketing with us. So we would show their sales numbers and how after going on the mega marketing pack, before the mega marketing pack, they're doing $5,000 through the online ordering system, but now they're doing 10,000 or 12,000. That's the proof. Also, we would show video testimonials of the restaurant owners saying, hey, we're really happy with Local For You. We're happy with how they've helped us to make more sales. Then in this point of the presentation, you make an offer. So the offer might be irresistible. An example of an irresistible offer might be $1 for your first month plus ad spend. Just pay us $1. We'll do it all for you. And then you say, okay, but you have to take this offer now, because if you don't take this offer now, it might not be available next month. You might have to pay your first month up front, like everyone else. And then you can offer a guarantee. So the guarantee might be something like, if you're not happy, you can cancel at any time, right? You're not locked into a contract. Or you might say, look, you can pay for your first month, and if we don't get you, if you're not happy with the results, we'll give you your money back for the first month. Not the ad spend, but your marketing money, right? So that might be a way we remove risk. And then at the end is a call to action. So the call to action is, okay, if you, to get started, you have, we want you to pay, click on this link to pay your $1 and to sign up, all right, to enter your details and pay your $1. Okay, so does anyone have any questions about these 12 steps I just went over? Okay, can you see from the infomercial, let's say from the seminars you've been to, or from infomercials you've seen on TV, can you see how they follow these 12 steps?
Yes.
Yep.
They follow it, but like not all 12 at once.
Yeah, definitely. It flows, it flows through. And some of the steps they might address very briefly, and some steps they go a lot longer, right? So for example, the parts where they're educating you, showing you the benefits and giving the social proof, they'll spend a lot of time there. They'll also spend quite a bit of time on the offer, telling you how amazing the offer is, right? But the other steps can be very brief, like they can go quickly. Yeah. Now, sometimes too, depending on, now we actually use all of this too, even in our ads for the restaurant owners. So, when we're running a Facebook ad, when you're creating a Facebook ad campaign for the to get customers to a restaurant, we actually follow these steps too. I'll give you an example. So I already started talking about it here. We don't really, but like an example where we give social proof, that's where social proof is a really important step, by the way. And where we do that is, who can tell me where in the Facebook ads we use social proof?
Google review, what people say about us.
Yep, what people say about us. That takes up a lot of the ad because that's so important, right? So what's an irresistible offer we make?
10% off though.
Yeah. Yep, definitely. And the higher the percentage, what would happen if we gave them 50% off their first order? What do you think will happen? That would be, the more irresistible you make the offer, the more people are going to take you up on the offer. Right. So we don't really inject scarcity, but we could, right? In the ad, we could say something like, this offer is only available, might not be available tomorrow, right? Now, if you're going to run the ad all the time, it's better to say something like that. It might not be available tomorrow, because if you say it's not going to be available tomorrow and then the person sees it next week, they're going to think, oh, I don't trust these people. So don't ever make statements that you're not genuine about. Always be genuine. That's really important in our marketing. Yes, we want to persuade people, but never lie to someone, right? Because that's never a good thing. No, I don't like to lie. I'm sure you don't like to lie, but you lose trust with your customer or your potential customer, and we don't want to do that, right? All our ads have a call to action. We tell them to click here to get the offer. So we do a lot of this stuff in our marketing, and it's really important. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to add this to Trainual, and so that if you ever want to reference these 12 psychological sales switches, you can go back and look over them. But these are really important. Now, so that's what I wanted to go over today. Let me just check to see. Actually, I did make some other notes. Yeah, as I mentioned before, so the length of your marketing message or your ad copy will depend on how, I'll put this in the Word document to make it a bit easier to see. So, so the length of it's going to depend, how long you make your sales message will depend on what you want the person to do. So if you want them to, all you want them to do is to download something for free or click on a link, it doesn't have to be a really long message, right? Because it's not difficult to get someone to download something for free or to click on a link. If you want them to buy something, then the message, like a $20 product or something around $20 or $50, then the message might be a bit longer. But if you want them to buy something that's expensive, like $500 or more, that's when you'll do a really long webinar presentation, or you'll do a really long infomercial or a long seminar to really persuade them. So that's something to consider as well. Okay, so that's everything I wanted to go over today. Was there any questions that anyone had about any of those things I went over today?
No, for today, but this content is really help us to improve our work. Yeah, sometimes we miss something that we should to like identify target, something like that. Sometimes we miss that. Yeah, that's really help.
Like the
Some
first one,
because
you mean
in the
so
past
the first one,
I confused that why you have to write it. Are you craving time? Something like that. But today I already know that pretty important that the first line that we should to identify your target audience. Yeah.
yeah,
For
okay,
the intro,
great.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for that feedback, son.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and what I'm going to do, because look, what I just went over with you, it can take a long time to really internalize it and learn how to use it. So what I think I'm going to do over the coming weeks and months is maybe focus on repeating this kind of training, but in different ways. I mean, maybe I'll find some good videos or something, but this is really important stuff. Like, this stuff is so important. Like, I've been doing marketing now for 16 years, and I still come back to this. If I'm gonna, like, Boom and I and San actually soon are going to be creating a webinar for the US market, right? And we're going to use this. We're going to actually sit down and use this template. So it's something I still use today. And make sure, like San said, that we don't miss something that's important. All right. Look, thanks so much for your attention. I know it can be hard, especially because you've had a long day. So that's all I wanted to go over today. So thank you so much. Thanks for being here and listening. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much, John. We wish you were here with us.
Yeah, me too. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you so much.
All right. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Go have a break. Go have a break now.
Yeah, I wish too. We need a break.
Yeah, go have a break. I told you to, so you have to.
Yeah, thank you so much, John.
Even if it's 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever, go stretch. Go get some air. Okay, we'll see you later. Thank you.
See you. Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye.